This is Newsroom. Last week, Burkina Faso's political crisis was highlighted as a coup unsettled the nation. The United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon has since called for Burkina Faso's security forces to show restraint. This follows the march by the military into the capital to disarm presidential guard members responsible for starting this coup. Coup leaders have freed the country's prime minister from custody, and it's also been reported that the interim president is seeking refuge inside the French ambassador's residence in the country's capital. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to host the summit of the Economic Community of West African States in Abuja, Nigeria, later today to discuss a resolution to this crisis. Joining us is political and economic analyst Israel Mkhize, who released an analytical report ahead of the ECOWAS meeting set to take place today. Morning to you, Israel. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, Ibrahim. How are you, man?
Got news just in that the coup leaders have freed the Prime Minister now from custody. Just give us your views on this, and also how does this aid the process in the country going forward?
Well, this coup never enjoyed any support from the popular masses on the ground or from a particular sect within government, but it's just a coup which was pushed by the elite guard there that used to guard Compaore, and Tandera, whom you know that he was a close ally to him. I think what sparked it, as far as I can read the situation, is the proximity of the IMF, particularly on this transition period. If you look at the 5th to the 19th of March this year, you'll realize that the IMF did a study. They sent a team to Burkina Faso, which Burkina Faso, if you look at Sankara, who ruled Burkina Faso 84 until around 87, before Compaore took over from him for 27 years, led Burkina Faso towards a more socialist, a more kind of a Marxist-oriented kind of outlook. And Compaore would have wanted to continue there. But when you look at the close proximity of the IMF and the 5th to the 19th delegation which was sent there to study if the transition, which started after the fall of Compaore from last year, October, until the elections which we are looking forward to for the 11th, there seemed to be a close relation between what they call disciplined fiscal and macroeconomics and the politics. Now, when you're going to mix those two, you'll find that the state or the transition team has to deal with the question of cutting costs and making sure